Hello guys, Panda here. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing good, but I would like to show you today maybe the most intense session that I have for the last month. And this will be a perfect example for you how to overcome the burnout from trading and how to easily get trapped into it. I will show you the fragment of my session today, and I hope you will learn something new from it. Before we start, guys, as always, do not forget to like this video, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to press the bell button so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Let's go. My session today started really hard because the first pair that I found when I was founding the first one, it was the neutral one, and the time that for this session, was not the best because I think what is working hours on the markets. It's not the official term of this, but there is the specific amount of time when the market volatility is in favor for traders, and at some point it's not. So it was kind of a very tricky session. So the first pair that I found was neutral, and I was looking based on RSI. Here I immediately decided to take a screenshot of the signal, but now I'm trying to switch the pair up. Before we get to actual deal, guys, the burnout is a really dangerous thing to step into. Why? Not just because you're not feeling yourself very confident and safe with your forecasts. The burnout is very stressful, and when you go into anxiety state, you can't really predict what your actions will be. Your actions could be okay, like hell with it. I will go for the increased amount of deals, like I usually trade, for example, for 500s, and you can just blow up and go for like 5,000. So like you can increase your amount that you put into deals just because you are really sick of it, or you can just ignore all of your previous rules and all of your previous knowledge and experience, and just, try to do, I don't know, whatever. You can just disregard any skills and knowledge that you already had, you open a deal just to open the deal. This is usually how burnout looks. And this situation that I got into could easily lead you to burnout, because you can be so sad, so disappointed in this. So here, what we have here, let's take a closer look. So first signal that we receive using bot, was not successful. I immediately go in for covering signal because based on RSI, and based on RSI, we were not able to break the middle of RSI. So now I think that we can update the lows. Since we have the huge spike towards middle of RSI, we failed to penetrate it. So I expect the similar powerful spike downwards, with updating the lows on the RSI. But as you can see, we decided not to do that. We decided to make a very tense, very short but parallel channel here. So as you can see, my covering, which is second deal on this pair, is going to be a loss. And this can easily, get you disappointed, sad, angry, frustrated, confused. So you can continue making more mistakes. What I did in this situation, I was just looking at the charts. I was just analyzing the markets. I was, very calm. So now I already lost 1.5k, so I need to cover up for this. So I need to go for 3,000 into one deal, and it sounds like a big deal for you, and it sounds like a big deal for me, except if you are not burned out, if you are not depressed, if you are not, how to say it correctly, if you know what to do and you can keep yourself calm, if you can keep yourself focused on basically, overcoming this loss, then it should not be a problem. I was just waiting, analyzing the RSI. So now I'm going for XT amount for my covering, for my second covering on this pair. So this will be a third deal just for one pair, just in terms of one signal. And what I'm doing here is analyzing the market. So what I can see right now is that we near lows, we near new lows. So we are likely to update it. And I'm opening the deal with prediction that the market will go lower, that the price will continue the downfall. Then I send in the signal to the group and I'm just watching. As you can see right now on RSI, we already step into a situation where we will update the lows. Yeah, it can turn out, any second. Yeah, it definitely could. It could be fake. Nobody, is safe from fakes. However, I'm pretty confident that we will do that. And a few tips for you guys why. The first one, RSI. So once we touched the overbuy zone, if you could see on the RSI, we've been there 3 times before even dropping below the level, the middle of RSI. After that, we get already one retracement towards the middle of RSI. We updated the low, we get to the middle of RSI once again, and we again should update the low. And now we touched the oversell zone. Now you see the logical reverse, you see the logical rebounds from the oversell zone as it is on my chart. I just reminding you guys, my settings for RSI is period 7, 80 is for overbuy zone, 20 is for oversell zone, 50 is the middle, it's by default. So now, as you can see, we recovered and we profited. So our profit was 2,200 if I'm not mistaken, where we already covered up 1.5k which we lost, and we have $700 in profits. Now I'm switching back to my private group, and this is not the whole session, guys. I just want you to focus on the first deal. The usual covering, you already saw this. It was a pretty tough session to be specific. The last my signal was also unsuccessful. So I was going for another pair again with the XT covering. So again another deal for 3,000. At the end of this session, we profited for a few $1,000s from this session. Yes, we have a lot of spikes. Yeah, we have a lot of cover in this one, but this is just how it usually works. So in continuation, guys, to the topic of burning out, how you can avoid it. At the beginning, when you don't have enough skills, and I will not be afraid to say this, when you are inexperienced trader and you just start in your path of being an independent trader, the best thing that you can do to prevent burning out from the markets, just stop. Like, just fixate losses. Yep, it sounds as it sounds. So for example, you have your balance, like, I don't know, let's say 5k, yeah, like $5,000, and you lost for example 800. So like you went for the deal for, let me say, like $100, then you go for $200, yep, then you go for $300, yeah, okay, let's say 600, yeah, you lost. So you lost 3 deals in a row, like 100, 200, and then you go for 600, yeah, because this is 300 already lost, and you also lose in this one. So you lost $900. The best thing you can do here is stop until you are experienced enough to not be focused and not be affected by the loss, because you know that at the end you can overcome it. You better stop. And yes, fix the loss for now. Yes, fix the loss for now. Analyze your mistakes, but don't do this immediately. Give yourself a break, like 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever time you need, just to mentally recover from it. You need, your mindset, to be resetted, brought back to, to the default settings. Yeah, I mean, traders' mindset. You need to understand that losses is inevitable. You can do nothing, to avoid them. Even I have sometimes, I have some sessions, that aren't successful, that are just failed. Even I have like that. It's absolutely okay. If you have the plan, if you know how to overcome it, then it's fine. Maybe your loss, was affected by the news report. And if it was affected by the news report, then there is nothing you can do. And if the news report affected, there was like a huge news drop, the markets could be affected, for a week. So during the whole week, it will be risky for you to trade. It's better, just to step down and just leave it as it is. Come back next week. If you see some trading setup, and the one thing, when you think that you recovered, from this loss, when you recovered from the burnout, do not focus on recovering the previous losses. This will lead you, straight back to the burnout situation, to the burnout state. When for example, you lost 1k from 5,000, so like now you have 4,000. When you will come back to trading, don't be focused on, I need to cover up that 1,000. No, you actually don't need to. You have 4,000 left. It's pretty much decent amount to trade with. It's actually a really good balance. You can just continue trading, and you will recover that over time. So, like refreshed from scratch, like the new paper, the new piece of paper, the new sheet of paper, the new one. The previous losses doesn't matter. The previous burnout doesn't matter. Previous mistakes matter, but not the feelings, not the emotions that you felt. They don't matter at all. If you can see, the only thing that you need to know is that you need to understand fully the situation that got you into this loss. And if you see it's repeating, just don't trade the situation. Wait for 1 hour or start trading earlier. Also, guys, the best thing that you can learn from a burnout situation is there is like 3 things based on my experience. This is like the 3 main topics. The first one, when I'm saying, that you need to have your own trade setup, it's like the combination of your analytical skills and the tools that you're using, that provides you the trade setup for you. So there is the trade setup for profits, but there is also the trade setup for loss, because you didn't lose, your money in a moment. Every loss, is like, it's like in comics, like flash, reverse flash, So you have the positive trade setup, and then you have negative trade setup. You need to define and to develop your own positive trade setup, but you need to memorize as much as you could negative trade setups, because once you will memorize them, and they will be adjusted, accordingly to your positive trade setups. You can see like, okay, I've been here, this is the trap, I know I won't be able to trade this situation, and no, I'm not going to trade this one. So you just skip this. I have my own negative trade setups. I have my own. For example, when you have, a very long, very extended divergency on a RSI chart, I know that, this is not good for me. Like, it's not tradable for me. I'm not going to trade it. Like, I just quit the markets at that situation, because the divergence, once it's extended, when it's been there for too long, it's not predictable anymore. This is just one of the examples, guys. So just a reminder, if you're burnout, take a break. Once you take a break, do not focus on covering up. Just focus on getting new profits. You will cover up in no time at all if you will keep yourself calm and focused and oriented for results, not for, some specific amount of money. I hope, guys, this video was very helpful for you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell button.